those impairment affect pretty much everything. Okay, especially the girls. Okay, how many of you guys, they tied up, all the hairs and stuff. Okay, if you don't have arms, how you guys put the, those bands in the top of the head, right? Yeah, I don't know the name. Sorry. Okay, for the guys. Okay, if you don't have, legs, okay, what do they walk up? Okay, and then you just need to go to the restroom. Okay, how you guys do that? Okay, it's one leg. Okay, so every motions you create, everything you do, cooking, to go to the restrooms, okay, taking showers, okay, affect everything. And then so degrees of severity of impairment definitely influence into your life. And then medical conditions. Some of the athletes, because of these conditions, they become inactive. Okay, because of they have experienced depressions, scared to do something other stuff. So like they, tends to become a fat and obesity and all that kind of stuff, and taking more medications and all that kind of stuff. Age, okay, when you had an impairment. Okay, if you're a kid, probably, I won't say easy, but it's gonna be hard, when you're a kid because it's different than the other kids, right? So like if you play with them, it's hard. Okay, and the duration since the injury and impairment happened. You had an impairment since you were born, or just happened like 2 years ago. Okay? One of the athletes we had in a team was he found out the bone cancers in college. He is a star player in a football player. He has strong shoulders and he can do everything. And then he had a bone cancer and he needed to cut the leg. Okay, his change is 180 degree changed. Okay. But that 180 degrees is not always negative. Okay, at the time he had one, is he changed? Oh my gosh, But now he is a player of the USA teams. He is a national player now in the volleyball. So always those 180 degree changes difference in the life changes. Sometimes it's negative way, but it's not all the time. Okay, it's gonna be working really good. Family histories, lifestyle, access to support. Okay, income and insurance. Some of the prosthetics or most of the prosthetics doesn't cover by insurance. Okay, so like you need to actually have big foundations. Most of the other countries, even if you travel to the other countries that competition and stuff, some of the athlete doesn't have a prosthetic. They keep using the wheelchair or crutches. So like I feel always fortunate that the United States have such technology and then affordable equipment, prosthetics, that they can use so they can walk normally. So like if you go to the competitions, okay, none of our athletes doesn't use a wheelchair. None of our athletes doesn't use the crutches. Well, of course, sometimes, in the airport and stuff, we use those. But they can walk normally, okay? If you go to the other countries, they use crutches, they use wheelchairs, okay, they even carry them, okay? So if they have strong arms and legs, they carry them for them. Okay, so like I want you to know that whatever we have in this environment is fortunate compared to the other countries, but still not enough. Okay, so what we can do for them? Okay, we definitely need to know that what's this type of the sports. Okay, we have these sports and they are still active, and then they are really awesome people. Okay, if we do not have an environment like that, okay, they isolate. In UMK, we don't really have a lot of disabled sports, okay? But if you go to the Omaha, if you go to Lincoln, okay? If you guys went to the Oklahoma, where I went to, okay? They have a pretty nice positive environment. They always host some specific event for those kids, for those athletes as well too. And then obviously, sports participation, some sort of the recreation, physical activities provide a positive environment for those people and local and communities. Okay, so if you have a chance to work with those people or have those type of the events and stuff, please actively participate in those. Okay, because definitely those impact those younger kids and then older people as well too. The most oftentimes, okay, those athletes feeling the lack of support, okay, they are not asking you money or anything like that, okay? I want you to know that they are looking for some active support in the mentally and in this environment. And then, of course, lack of the accessibilities, access to the sports, access to the communities. Definitely, those are negative impact. So, like you guys are gonna be in the position in a couple of years or in the future to say or to support them. So, I want you guys to know that you have still have a good power to help them out, to help the kids out. So, as a coach, as educators, please outreach those athletes, and then want you to find out what they can do and what they cannot do, and then try to find out way to do some activities together. So this is a 2 years